Good morning. 12 days of Christmas, beginning in a couple of moments. My name is Peter, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. What is the 12 days of Christmas? Well, it's 12 days of earning gifts from the song 12 Days of Christmas. I am Whiskey 2 Romeo on the air, amateur radio. Whiskey 2 Romeo, which is 5 golden rings. So the objective is to collect all 12 gifts. Amateur operators will be on the band doing that, and a very lovely certificate will be available to them. So I'm going to be starting here on 40 meters, and we'll see just what activity we could garner from that. Good morning, everybody. December 23rd, 2023. Stand by. CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo calling CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 12 Days of Christmas, calling CQ, CQ, earn 5 golden rings, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere, for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Earn a nice certificate by making contact with just one station, or a very big certificate by making contact with all 12. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. My name is Peter, located in Long Island, New York. QRZ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ from Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo calling CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo calling CQ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening.
Kilo 1, Tango Oscar Bravo.
Kilo 1, Tango Oscar Bravo. Very good morning to you. You sound chipper this morning on a Saturday morning. Lynn, good morning. And must be Connecticut. You've got a wonderful signal. Merry Christmas. 5-9 plus and very nice audio, Lynn. Welcome aboard. Be the first on the Whiskey 2 Juliet 12 Days of Christmas train. Go to you, Lynn.
Well, you said all my info, so I don't know what else to say, but I already have in the past got this golden rings, but I figured maybe if I give you a contact, somebody else will come on.
Lynn, that's 100% right. You're absolutely right. Contacts make more contacts. Thank you. That's very good. And what more can you say? Well, you can say I have a very nice signal and very nice audio, and I'm also pretty good looking. Well, I don't know about that. I'm on Twitch TV. We're streaming. So if you want to go to Twitch TV, my call in, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, you will see my Twitch TV broadcast along with my Flex 6400. What kind of radio are you using there, Lynn?
I have a Kenwood TS2000. Purchased from one of our club members at deceased.
Well, the TS2000 is working very well. Nice audio, nice signal. Well, thank you, Lynn. Have you collected more of the 12 Days of Christmas gifts?
I haven't collected all of them yet. I've been doing it since, I don't know when.
Okay, well, good luck with that, and thank you very much for keeping me company, and hopefully we can get some more contacts going. 73s, Lynn, and a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. 73s.
73, and thank you very much, Lynn. 73s. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. You can get 5 golden rings the way Lynn just got some, so come on, enjoy it. 73s, yeah, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilowatt, Queen 4, Bravo Radio, Germany, Whiskey 2 Romeo. You got a copy?
I do have a copy. Give me your call again. Kilowatt 3, I think.
KQ4 BRC, Kilowatt, Queen 4, Bravo Radio, Germany. Roger.
Oh, thank you. You know, some of these calls you don't hear every day, and it's nice to hear a call with a new letter. Kilo Queen 5, Bravo Radio, Germany. Yeah, that's a nice call. And I believe you're in Windham, Connecticut. Would you give me your first name, please?
Yeah, it's Kilo Queen 4, number 4, not number 5. Kilowatt Queen 4, Bravo Radio, Germany, and the name is Doug in Chesapeake, Virginia. Roger.
Oh, okay, Doug. Yeah, let me correct that. Stand by 1 second, Doug. I'll correct that here. Kilo Queen 4, Bravo Radio, Germany. Kilo Queen 4, Bravo Radio, Germany. That's it. Thank you so much for the call.
Roger. I'll be 5 now. I was just checking out my audio. I was testing a new mic this morning. Was testing out the audio there, Roger.
Yes, you can raise your highs a little bit. You have a little too much bass in it, so maybe you can get some more highs. That might be a little better.
Yeah, Roger. Let's see, add a little more there. How's that? Testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's much better. I like that. I think you've done well.
Roger. Appreciate it. Okay, not gonna stay long, man, but you got a great signal coming in here in Virginia. For my QRZ log, what's your call sign?
Well, thank you. Very good. Well said. That's good for asking. Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor, W2JV, and I'm located in Northport, Long Island, New York. QSL?
QSL, great signal coming out of New York City. I'm actually originally from Queens, New York, so know where you are. Definitely know where that's at. Okay, not going to stay long. I know you call in DX, and I hope you have a lot of contacts today. Merry Christmas to you and the family. Kilowatt 4, Bravo Radio, Germany, Virginia.
Well, thank you very much. By the way, where from Queens are you? I grew up in Woodside, Queens, and then I moved to Whitestone.
Yeah, I know where Whitestone is. Yeah, I was in Jamaica, Queens, right off of Francis Lewis Boulevard and Hillside Avenue there, Roger.
Yes, I used to take the Q76 to my high school, Delahanty High School in Jamaica, Queens.
Roger. Yep. Well, you You know where I'm at? Sure do. Yep. I grew up there. Now I'm retired military here in Virginia. But I appreciate the contact. Thanks for picking me up. And I added you to my QRZ log. Take care, Peter. Have a great signal coming from your station. Kilowatt Queen 4, Bravo Radio, Germany, Virginia. And thanks for the audio check and having me raise that highs up. So now hopefully I'll sound like you do. I'll see you.
You sound just great. You do. And thank you for your military service. And it's wonderful reminiscing about the old neighborhood. I really love Jamaica. It was a great time growing up and going to school there. 73s, Merry Christmas to you. And my pleasure anytime. Anybody needs help with anything with their rig, this is okay. This is not a contest. 73s. This is just a friendly get-together. Just like getting around the campfire or getting around your home fire. Well, fireplace, rather. All right, anyway, 73, sir. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. You can see we're having a good time here, and we want to continue that. We've got 2 more days to go. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Tango Zulu.
Sierra Tango Zulu. Thank you very much. Welcome. Good morning. Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Tango Zulu. Thank you very much. I think that's Joe in Pennsylvania.
Roger, that is correct. And I've been seeing the 12 Days of Christmas, but I don't exactly understand how it works. Could you give me a summary of it?
It would be my pleasure. No problem at all, Joe. Yes. Anyway, so the 12 Days of Christmas, the idea, this was created by Lou, NO2C, and Sally, Kilo 2 Romeo Yankee Delta. It's their contest 5 years ago. They put together this event. The goal is to collect all 12 gifts of the song, the 12 Days of Christmas. Now, I happen to be Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, which is 5 golden rings. So collect the gifts, make a contact with one foreign station that we've listed, and you can collect a wonderful certificate. Now, just by making contact with me, Joe, you can get a certificate, and you can go to their website, Kilo 2 Radio Yankee Delta, and all the details will be there. After the event ends, a certificate will be available not too long thereafter. And so if you need more information, you can even go to my website, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, and it'll lead you to more information about the event. Joe, how's that? Anything more that you'd like to know?
Roger, but let me just check the website, because when I've tried other people, I don't get a name or a location, and I usually try to put that in my log, so I don't know how do I find out who I'm talking to and the location.
Yes, you can go to Kilo 2 Romeo, K2R on QRZ, and you will pick up my particular 5 golden rings. You'll see the information there, and it can direct you from there.
Roger, and can you give me that call again so I know where to look it up again?
My pleasure. Kilo 2 Romeo, K2R, which is the station that I'm on right now. Or you could go to my QRZ page, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. One or the other will get you all the information you need, Joe.
Roger, okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No, thank you. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you asking, because there are other people that might want to know. We assume, because we've been doing it for 5 years, that everybody knows about it, but they really don't. It's just a wonderful event, good fellowship, gets us to use our equipment, and gets to talk to. We have an opportunity to talk with other people, which is just terrific. That's what amateur radio mostly is all about. Well, 73s, Joe. Thanks for the questions, and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thanks. This is KC3STZ. I'll clear with you, and I appreciate all the information. 73, enjoy the holidays.
I sure will, thank you. Isn't that what we do? We're communicators. Well, we try to do it most of the time. 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
November 4 Zulu, Quebec, America.
November 4, Zulu, Quebec, America. Thank you, sir. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York. The name is Peter.
Good morning, Peter. Name is Conrad. I got you. I think I had to reset my SWR, but you're 59++ in Virginia, and I've been looking for W2R to replace the one that I thought I had earlier. Go ahead.
All right, Conrad. I'm glad you did that. And you got a nice signal, too. No problem with it. That's a 5 and 9 here in Long Island, New York. So 73s, Conrad. Do you have any other questions I can answer for you? Go ahead.
Oh, negative. I had a clean sweep, but I wasn't sure the original W2R had my call sign correct. So thank you very much for being there.
My pleasure for being there. Thank you very much. So it's Whiskey 2 Romeo, and it's Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Whiskey Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee Yankee.
Whiskey Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee Yankee. Good morning to you. Whiskey Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee Yankee. My name is Peter, and I think this is Dom in Massachusetts.
You're fast on the draw there, Peter. Very good morning to you. It's a nice signal here. It's 5 by 9 plus 10. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dom. You've got a nice signal, too. I would say definitely a 5.9 and very nice audio as well. Dom, Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year. And thank you very much for making contact with Whiskey 2 Romeo. QRZ. Victor Alpha 3, Mike Delta November. Good morning, Victor Alpha 3, Mike Delta November. I think this is Mike in, is that Muncie, Canada?
Roger, roger.
Well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and thanks so much for making contact with us. Nice signal, 5 and 7 now, Long Island, New York. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, this is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
K3 Lima Papa X-ray.
Lima Papa X-ray. Thank you, K3 Lima Papa X-ray. Good morning to you. My name is Peter, Long Island, New York, and this is Martin in Pennsylvania.
You got him, Peter. You're also 59 plus into Santa Fe, Williamsport, PA, home league baseball, and just be sure I got the Whiskey 2 Romeo. Over.
You got it. That's right. Williamsport, yes, I've seen many games and would love someday to go there. Thanks, Martin. 73s, and have a very Merry Christmas. QRZ. A station ending in Alpha. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Is that a Yankee 4?
Kilowatt Delta 4, Whiskey Kilowatt Papa.
Good. Thank you very much for repeating that. Got it. Kilowatt Delta 4, Whiskey, a Kilowatt Papa. Thank you. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. This is Danny in Virginia.
That's a Roger, yeah. I'm just talking on 100 watts and a wire.
100 watts in a wire, just like the website says. Well, that's great, Danny. Great job, and thank you very much for making contact with us. And thanks for repeating the call to get it right in our log. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings you'll earn by making contact with the station. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, and my name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. QRZ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. 12 Days of Christmas. 5 golden rings. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're cheap, and get them while there's no line. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. Now, there's some shy people out there. Come on board. Come on board. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, QRZ.
You're having too much fun. I already contacted you, but you're having too much fun. And for Z2
Well, I'll tell you, you're right. You're right. I think that I should be paying the committee for this event, don't you think?
Yeah, sounds good to me. And for Z2A, I'm going to be going to finish getting my breakfast. 73s, and have a good holiday.
Well, thank you much, Conrad. I really appreciate that. Thanks for saying that. Those are very kind words, and it really makes my day, Conrad. Thank you very, very much. 73s, and a very Merry Christmas and a safe holiday, and good health as well to you. 73s. Yep, that's my gift to everybody. Good health. It's something we can control, believe it or not. We can. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Long Island, New York. QRZ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. 5 golden rings you'll earn by making contact with Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings. What a gift. QRZ, QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Charlie Alpha.
Oscar Charlie Alpha, good morning. Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Charlie Alpha. Thank you very, very much for making contact with the station. I think this is Mike in Massachusetts.
Kilo, so that it is. And Merry Christmas to you, an honest 5'9", great audio and signal. It's Mike Alpha.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, I'm using the Heil PR781. I've been testing this, Mike. I like the headsets, but this is more comfortable for long duration stuff. So thank you. And your signal also is glorious as well. Nice signal to you, Mike, as well.
73 again. Thanks for the Kilo. Merry Christmas.
Merry, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so very, very much. 73s, and have a very healthy holiday. Thank you very much. And make sure you put a little amateur radio into the holiday. 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. Excuse me. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Kilo Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. 5 golden rings. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Zulu Hotel.
Sierra Zulu Hotel. Thank you, Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Zulu Hotel. Very good morning to you, 5'9", from Long Island, New York. And it's Sean, I believe, in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Roger that. Name here, Sean, and on Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Got a nice signal this morning, 5x9. Thank you so much for Whiskey 2 Romeo, and have a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much, Sean. How many gifts have you collected so far?
I have one more, Whiskey 2 Tango, and that's pretty close for 20 meters that he's been on lately. I'm hoping he's going to get 40 meters today.
Okay, I'm going to make a note of that. Let me just turn my page, get a fresh sheet of paper. Whiskey 2 Tango. So we'd like him. Yeah, we had Whiskey 2 Tango yesterday afternoon on 40. So I'll make sure if I don't see him, I'll make sure that I make a posting for that. My pleasure, Sean.
All right, very good. Hey, thank you so much. Again, thank you for being out there and taking the call. Have a great day and make a lot of contacts, and Merry Christmas.
Well, you couldn't have said it better. Thank you. Yep, I thank you very much. It's a pleasure being out here and making contacts with people like you, Sean. It really is fun. That is for sure. We have a nice community here, and there's no reason why it can't continue. QRZ Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. We're looking for anyone, anywhere. This is the 12 Days of Christmas event. Not a contest, it's just an event where you can collect some very nice certificates for making contact with Whiskey 2 Romeo. As one certificate you'll get just for making contact with one station. Make them all, and you get quite a nice certificate as well. Suitable to put anywhere at all, in a proud place of the house where you maybe have a painting that you don't really like or a picture you don't like. Well, you can use our beautiful certificate downloaded by Kilo 2 Romeo Yankee Delta at her site. QRZ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo. 12 Days of Christmas, the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo R for golden rings. That is what you'll collect when you make contact with us. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Long Island, New York. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. We'll be getting CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas calling CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 12th annual 5th annual 12, I'm writing something, my apologies. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ, 12 Days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, calling CQ and listening.
November Delta 3 Lima.
Hey, thank you, November Delta 3 Lima. I was beginning to wonder if my signal was getting out there. Well, I know it's a Saturday morning, and who's doing this? Not all of us. Good morning from Pennsylvania. I think this is Desmond. My name is Peter, Long Island, New York. Nice signal, 5 and 9.
You're 5 and 9, 20 over here. I go by Des, Delta Echo Sierra, except on my driver's license. And worked W2R once before on 40CW, first time on sideband.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I've spent most of my time on 20, 15, or 10. So I'm enjoying 40 and trying to pick the right times to be on here. And thank you, Des. Yeah, I know there's differences between the FCC database and real life. So you've got a nice signal, though, Des. You any questions about how many more do you have to collect to get the full sweep?
I need 5 more. Papa Tango, Golf, Sierra, and Mike. I got the Victor Echo, Victor Echo 9 XMAS1. I heard the 2 this morning, but I couldn't get them on 10 meters.
Oh, good. You're on your way. Good for you. By the way, if you're interested, I'm also on Twitch TV, which is a live streaming of this broadcast. I'm using my Flex 6400, and you can see the pan adapter and all the signals on the air and picking up what we're doing here. So it's kind of a lot of fun and just giving people maybe that are not amateur radio operators an idea of some of the goofy things that we do. Well, that's good. Thanks a lot, Des. I'm glad you're on your way, and good for you for making contact on CW with them. That's pretty good. So 73s and Merry Christmas to you.
Roger. 17, Merry Christmas and the best to you and your family. Take care, enjoy, and we're having fun doing this. So, and like I say, you're 20 over, so you should have no problem getting contact. Whiskey 2 Romeo, November Delta 3 Lima 73.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the kind words. And yes, we'll wake people up. We'll kind of raise our voice a little bit, maybe. 73s. Merry Christmas to you also, and to your family. And have a very safe holiday season and enjoy giving those gifts. 73s. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Delta Whiskey Golf 2 Lima Alpha.
The Kilo Delta 2?
Kilo Delta 2 Yankee Sierra Alpha.
Thank you very much. Kilo Delta 2, Yankee Sierra Alpha. Very good morning to you. Is this Pete in New York? And Saugerties, New York. I passed that many, many times. Very nice signal, 5.9 plus. My name is Peter, Long Island, New York.
Well, another Peter, that's great. Yeah, this is Pete from Saugerties. You are also 5'9", and Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, too, for making contact. Merry Christmas to you. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey Golf 2 Lima.
Whiskey Golf 2 Lima. Nice call. Thank you very much. 5.9 plus, Long Island, New York.
QSL, you are also 5'9" plus into Central November Juliet. Name here is Ron. Romeo Oscar November.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that very much. 73s and a very Merry Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. Station ending in Juliet. Yankee Juliet X-ray. Thank you very much. Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Juliet X-ray. Thank you. Peter, Long Island, New York. I think this is David in Ohio.
Roger. QSL, I got you 50 down here, Northeast Ohio. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a happy holiday.
You're very welcome to you, David. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you, and thank you for making contact with us. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo is listening.
November 4, Tango Romeo Delta. November 4, Tango Romeo Delta.
Thank you, November 4, Tango Radio Delta. You're in the log. My name is Peter, Long Island, New York, and I believe this is Max, North Carolina.
Roger, roger. Yep, you're 5'9" into North Carolina. A lot of QRM out there, though. I was trying to get you earlier, but just too much QRM. Anyway, like I said, you're 5'9" down here. Thank you for getting on there.
Well, Max, my pleasure. Yeah, welcome to 40 meters. It gets kind of congested here, and trying the best that I can to use all the filters that I've got here on my Flex 6400 to make the contact. But thanks a lot for trying. Thank you so much for making an effort. And a lot of folks make an effort, and it really is appreciated. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, Max. 73s.
7-3, I got you logged into RZ. Have a great day and have fun.
Thank you very much. We'll certainly do that. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. I won't sing it. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform November Zulu.
I got you. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform November Zulu. Good morning to you, Ed. Ed from New Jersey, or Edward. I apologize if I got that wrong. Thank you so much. 5'9", Long Island, New York. Name is Peter.
Good morning to you, Peter. Yeah, his name here is Edward or Ed. You were also 5'9" here in northern New Jersey. And if I didn't get you, I'd have to call Lou up because this has been the last one I need, and it's been a real bugger. I guess the other fella, Pete, he's at a place out Midwest that I just can't seem to get.
Well, that's good. I wouldn't want you to call Lou. That's for sure. I don't want to get yelled out by Lou, but thank you. Yeah, I was aware of that and spent too much time, really, I think, on 20 meters, Ed, and 15 and not enough on 10. 10 might have worked, but 40, yeah, we'll pick up. We'll get a lot of clean sweeps. So do you have a clean sweep now, Ed?
As of right now, I do. Hopefully everyone's got me in the log. If not, I know Lou. He'll fix me up. But it's been a real joy. I've been passing around, tell people about the event, spreading the word, helping out. Lou did a big favor for us at Air Force Mars. I'm the guy there that did the 75 years anniversary. I don't know if you participated in that special event, but it's all good. It's all encompassing, and it's a good thing you guys are doing, and we definitely do appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. That is really nice to say. Yes, no, I wasn't available for Air Force Mars, unfortunately, but yeah, Lou and Sally really put out the effort, and they really spread the fellowship, spread the word, doing different varieties of things on amateur radio, which is certainly it's really a separation from all the contesting, all the DX. It's nice to know there are a lot of other things that can be done, and we really all enjoy this. So thank you so much, Ed, for saying that, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas. You're kind of not too far from us. We're having Ham Radio University, speaking about another nice event, about, 15 or 20 forums. It's located at LIU CW Post on Long Island. So first time we're getting back after COVID. So we're really excited about it. And that's January the 6th that we'll be having this. Ed, go ahead.
Very good. Yeah, if you want to send me some information, my email address is good on QRZ. Definitely, if not, I can also pass around that information as well. I'm in a very big circle of things here, and I can definitely help you spread the word.
Well, thank you, Ed, very much. Yes, but my pleasure. I certainly can do that. And the website is hamradiouniversity.org. And I can send you that information so you could pass that along. And there's a flyer that you can also download. Thanks, Ed, very, very much for that. Spread the word. And we look forward to that. A very Merry Christmas to you, Ed, and a very Happy New Year. And hope to see you someday soon. And thanks for the kind words. We really appreciate that.
All right, have a great Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and hopefully we'll catch you again. If not, probably somehow, some way we will. Anyway, I'll let you get back to it. You're probably going to start getting a pile up. I know a lot of people were looking for Whiskey 2 Romeo, so thanks again for doing the event, and take care. 73 from Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform November Zulu.
Thank you. Kilo Bravo 2, United November Zulu. Thank you so very much, Ed. And by the way, this broadcast is also being streamed on Twitch TV, my call sign, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. So you can see the pan adapter, you can hear the contacts, and it's kind of I think kind of entertaining for some people to view that. So if you want to, you can check into that and spread the word on that as well. Thank you so much, 73s. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November Papa 2, Golf, Golf.
Nice signal. November Papa 2, Golf, Golf. You are at least 20 over, maybe more. But there you are, Doug. You're in Connecticut, so we would almost expect that, wouldn't we? Peter, Long Island, New York.
Hi, Peter. Yep, you got me right. Connecticut. Grew up on Long Island in Oceanside. Wife's from Winbrook. Great signal here, 5.9 plus. Can you check your frequency in your dial? Looks like you might be up like 183.05.
183.100 I have here on the Flex.
Okay, 100. That explains it. Some people are just calling on the even kilocycle, and everybody sounds bizarre. All right, thank you very much. I won't let you go, and I'll get a spot on the cluster too, so you get some more calls.
Oh, thank you very much, Doug. I really do appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, Oceanside is where my niece lives right now, and we're looking forward to seeing her. And she's on, I think, Waterview Avenue, and they're about a block from. I guess that's a river that runs through there out to Freeport, and every now and then their basements get a little bit wet, Doug.
Yeah, what is the name of the street?
I think it's Waterview Street.
Okay, well, Waterview makes sense with the wet basement. I lived on Nantucket Lane, which was basically right around the corner from Oceanside High School.
Okay, gotcha. Very, very good. Yeah, you're certainly drier there and have a little more height. Yeah, but yeah, it makes sense. The name of the avenue. Well, anyway, 73s. Thanks for passing the word, and you have a very, very Merry Christmas.
You too as well. I'll be down there tomorrow to see my in-laws. Have a good afternoon. 73, Merry Christmas, and NP2DG.
Well, you know, we may pass. We'll be down there too. Tomorrow's the 20th. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be down there Christmas Eve. Right, we'll be there Christmas Eve. And yeah, who knows? Look for the call sign, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, on my license plate. 73s, and safe trip down there, Doug. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 2 Yankee Kilo.
Thank you, Whiskey 2 Yankee Kilo, 5'9", Long Island, New York. Frank, hello there from Hopewell Junction.
Yeah, but now I'm in Point Lookout. We came down overnight to pick up the mail, give some gifts to the neighbors, and then we're going to head back up probably in another hour or so and pick up some stuff at Stu Leonard's on the way back. Go ahead.
You sound very good, really. The audio is just outstanding, Frank. Hoot hoot to you, by the way. Yeah, no, it's nice signaling. You're absolutely a strong 5 and 9 here. So thank you very, very much for contacting me. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to Oceanside tomorrow, but yeah, you're good. What mic are you using there, Frank?
Well, here I'm using the FTDX10. I've got the FTDX10 with the hand mic, the standard hand mic, and I've got the vertical. Who's the vertical? I can't think of it. What have I got? I've got the 18-foot vertical from Stepper, which isn't great, but it's as good as I can do in this tiny bit of property, Peter.
Oh yeah, no, it's working. It is working, and propagation helping us a little bit. It does a good job. But yeah, the TX10, I enjoyed it when I had it. I really did, and you could do so much with those parametric equalizers to get the audio just where you want it, and you have it right. It really does sound really good. So no, it's doing a nice job, and putting out real well. Well, that's good. Yeah, the stepper. Yeah, it works in certain conditions. It does a really good job, and you're doing okay. So, thank you so much. You have a very Merry Christmas, and thanks for keeping company here. Thank you very much, Frank.
No problem, Peter. All the same to you. And I'm just getting some things together to go back upstate. And yeah, it works good. I mean, we're 800 feet from the Atlantic Ocean, and we're 800 feet from the bay, and about 1,000 feet to the to the Jones Beach Inlet. So, you know, we've got water on three sides, so that helps. And usually if I can hear the station and there's not a lot of QRM, I can work them. The question is hearing them. And then I'll turn the flex on to listen to the antenna upstate. It's amazing. I mean, a lot of times there's at least 6 dB difference between the vertical here and the log periodic up there, but such is life. Anyway, once again, good luck, good health. See you next year, and Merry Christmas. WTJZ, W2YK.
Thank you very much, Frank. Frank, by any chance, are you going to be able to make Ham Radio University?
I don't. It depends where I'm going to be. We'll probably be out here because my wife decided to go to a physical therapy for her back. Our neighbor used to run a place, and so we decided to try her instead of where we were going upstate. So I should be around, and we'll have to take a cruise out.
Well, that's great, Frank. Great. Okay, hope to see you. But if not, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And we'll be talking to you before the new year, that's for sure. Thank you. Doing a good job there. Thanks, Frank. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. I appreciate that. 783s and safe traveling. Be good, Frank. Thanks a lot.
Kilo 3, Sierra Lima Hotel.
Kilo 3, Sierra Lima Hotel. Thank you. Good morning to you. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York. The name is Peter.
Good morning, Peter. You are 5'9" plus 20 here into Papa Alpha. Sounds really good. Thanks for being out there.
Thank you very much. And let's see. It looks like you're in front of the rotunda. Very nice smile, you and the family. That's a nice picture on QRZ. Love to look at that. 73s. And have a very Merry Christmas to you. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Kilo 1, Kilo, Quebec, Charlie first. Got a couple of stations here. We'll get you. 5-9 plus, Kilo 1, Kilo, Quebec, Charlie. John in Massachusetts. Peter, Long Island, New York.
Yeah, very fine, Peter. You're about 10 over 9 in Massachusetts, just west of Boston. Merry Christmas. Thanks for the activation. Happy New Year as well.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Have it good health all around. Thank you so much. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 2.
The station with Juliet, Nicole?
Yeah, November Sierra 4 Juliet.
November Sierra 4 Juliet. Good morning and Merry Christmas. Peter, Long Island, New York.
Yeah, good morning, Peter. Merry Christmas to you, too. The name is Jay, Juliet Alpha Yankee, 59 Virginia. Also operating Kilowatt 2 Lima, one of the 10 Lords of Leaping.
Well, thank you very much, Jay, and thank you very much for being a volunteer and really putting time into this very nice event. Thanks a lot. My home call, by the way, is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Thanks, 73s, and thank you so much for working the event. Everybody appreciates that, especially Lou and Sally. 73s. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Victor Zulu.
Kilo 3, Sugar Mike. I hear the voice in there. Thank you very much. Christine from Delaware. A very good morning, Christine. 5 and 9. Merry Christmas, Christine.
Oh, awesome. You're 5 and 9 in Townsend, Delaware. And thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 73.
73s. Thanks, Christine. Happy New Year, healthy New Year. And pass the word that ham radio is a lot of fun, not just for nerds. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Charlie. November 1, Sierra Foxtrot Echo.
Sierra Foxtrot Echo. Let me get that right. November 1, Sierra Foxtrot Echo. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. November 1, Sierra Foxtrot Echo. Do I have that right?
QSL, you are 5'9" plus here in Connecticut. Name here is Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Paul. Thank you so very much. And 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 2, Charlie Victor Zulu.
Charlie Victor Zulu. Thank you. November 2, Charlie Victor Zulu, 5'9", Long Island, New York.
Hey, Peter, you're 5'9" here, and I grew up in Long Island also. Have a great day.
Thanks, Gary. Good to reminisce once in a while. 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo. There's a YL there. Kilo Golf. Go ahead.
Kilo Golf 4, Yankee Victor Kilo.
Let's see. Make sure I have that right. Is that Kilo Golf 1, Yankee Victor Kilo?
Kilo Golf 4, Yankee Victor Kilo. QSA?
Oh, yes. Kilo Yankee 4, Yankee Victor Kilo. Well done. Jessica in South Carolina?
Kilo Golf 4, Yankee Victor Kilo. Yankee Victor Kilo.
Roger. And is your name Jessica?
QSA, Roger.
Thank you, Jessica. 5'9", Long Island, New York. A very Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for making contact with us. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey Bravo 2, November.
Well, have a Merry Christmas to you in 5'9", Long Island, New York. Whiskey Bravo 2 again?
WB2, November, Fox Lima.
Thank you very much, November Fox Lima. Whiskey Bravo 2, November Fox Lima. You know, it's funny. It sounds different on 40, Bob. Merry Christmas to you. Good to hear your voice. How you doing? Hoot, hoot.
Yeah, hoot to you. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. I had my knee surgery on Wednesday, so I'm walking around with the cane today.
Well, that's right. The key word is walking around. Thank you. And good luck with that. And maybe we'll see you at HRU. Is that a possibility?
Absolutely a possibility.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, continue to recover, and thank you so much for the contact, Bob. Hoot, hoot, hoot to you. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. The Kilo Bravo station, go ahead.
Kilo Bravo 3, November Delta. Good morning, Peter. You're 59 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is Norm, November Oscar Romeo 9.
Norman, thank you. Good morning to you, and thank you for contacting me from Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. The home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. By the way, you're 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Name is Peter. QRZ.
Whiskey 3, Uniform Charlie Alpha.
The Charlie Alpha station.
Yeah, Whiskey 3, Uniform Charlie Alpha. Merry Christmas, and good to hear you in here.
Thank you, Tim. Whiskey 3 Uniform Charlie Alpha, 5 and 9, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas to you. QRZ.
Kilo Golf 4, Tango Alpha Hotel.
Tango Alpha Hotel. Thank you. Good morning. Kilo 4 Tango Alpha Hotel. Good morning to you. Is this Alfonso in North Carolina, 5 and 9?
Okay, thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. All from all of us. The 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is 5 Golden Rings. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Kilo Charlie 2 Whiskey Sugar Sugar. Do I have that call right?
Correct, Mike on Long Island. We're out here in Shirley.
Gotcha, Mike and Shirley. Thank you so much, Mike. And hopefully you can make Ham Radio University this year. What do you think?
Probably not, but I do. I'm a little active, not as much as I used to be.
Okay, Mike. A little is better than nothing. Merry Christmas to you in 5 and 7 Signal, Long Island, New York. Thank you so much, Mike. 73s. QRZ, a Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 1, Radio Papa Hotel.
Radio Papa Hotel, November 1, Radio Papa Hotel. Good morning to you, Mike, in Maine, I believe. 5 and 9.
Yes, also 5'9". Yes, very strong signal here, just barefoot. But Merry Christmas, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much for making contact with us, and thank you so much for that. Merry Christmas and the best of New Year's. This is Peter, Long Island, New York, QRZ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Who are we? We're 5 Golden Rings. We're going to try to collect all gifts. This is 5 Golden Rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, QRZ.
7 IUI, Mobile 3.
Mobile 3 coming again?
Kilowatt Lima 7, India, Uniform India, Mobile 3, 59, Western Maryland.
Roger. Yeah, I had a little QRM. Kilo Lima 7. One more time.
Yep, Kilo Lima 7, India, Uniform India, IUI, over.
Roger, thank you. William from Maryland, Mobile in KL7, IUI. Thank you. 5 and 7. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
QSL 59, Western Maryland, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you from Western Maryland. I appreciate that, Bill. Safe driving. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. The Tango X-Ray November again? Tango X-Ray November. Thank you. Kilo Oscar 4, Tango X-Ray November. 5 and 7, Stephen, from Long Island, New York. Thank you very much for saying that, and you're doing very well from North Carolina, 5-7. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ, 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 Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Peter, Long Island, New York. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2, that's my home call. Sorry about that. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ, CQ, CQ. The sounds of amateur radio. Excuse me. Doesn't that sound nice? A little bit. The noise level, by the way, on 40 meters here. What time is it? It's 15:24:29. It's about an S4. Not too bad. It was worse yesterday. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria. CQ and listening. QRZ, QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Oh boy. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 12 Days of Christmas, calling CQ and listening.
November 2, Whiskey, Mexico.
Thank you so much. Thank you. November 2, Whiskey, Mexico. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Let me see. I got that wrong. Didn't my typing. November 2, is it November 2, Mexico, what again?
It's November 2, Washington, Mexico. November 2, Whiskey, Mike. And I'm temporarily Portable 1 in Vermont. Over.
Okay, thank you. I think it's Walter, Portable 1 in Vermont. Thank you so much. Nice signal, Walter. 5-9, November 2, Whiskey, Mexico. Go ahead, and I'm in Long Island, New York.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'm normally from New Jersey, but I'm visiting here in Vermont for the Christmas holidays, and you tune across, and you got a big signal up here into north central Vermont. Over.
Thank you, Walter. Are you doing it remotely, or are you have a base there?
No, I'm using my portable rig. I use the IC7300 here, and a 80-meter inverted L and a tuner. And running about 100 watts here, and we're, like I said, we're located in the town of Barry, Vermont. Over.
Oh, yeah, know where you are. Well, it's doing a very nice job. Nice audio and a really good signal. Solid 5 and 9 here in Long Island. So enjoy the holidays there in Vermont, and hopefully it won't snow too much. I don't think so. I think you'll have some pretty good weather the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, the forecast is for slightly warmer weather and clear, so normally when I'm up here in Vermont, it's snowy and cold, but looks like it's going to be moderately cold and clear, at least the forecast. Got a nice signal up here in Vermont. I don't know what you're running, but just wanted to, since you're running the special event there, wanted to give you the chance to make a contact here. November 2 Whiskey Mike, portable one in Vermont.
Well, thank you very much, Walt. November 2 Whiskey Mike, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Yeah, I'm running a Flex 6400M to an SPE expert amplifier, running right now about 300 watts. And the antenna system is a Navasa 5 made by JK Antennas. Well, 73s have a very wonderful Christmas, and thanks very much for keeping me company here on a Saturday morning where most people are watching cartoons. 73s. Be well, and thanks a lot for the help. I appreciate that.
Very good. Thank you for taking the time to get on the air. MCWM, North Central Vermont. Have a good day.
You too as well. Thank you. 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, QRZ.
Whiskey 1, Delta Mike.
Whiskey 1 Delta Mike. Nice signal, 5.9 plus. Thank you, Don. I believe you're in Massachusetts. This is Peter, Long Island, New York. Home call, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor.
Roger. You're also 5.9 plus and Mike Alpha Yellow in Burlington, Mass. So you got a great signal this morning.
Well, thank you very much. Touche to you as well. Thank you so much for making contact with us. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ.
Kilo Charlie 3, Uniform Hotel.
Yeah, I got you there. Okay, let me see. Kilo. Is that Kilo Charlie 3 Uniform Hotel?
Kilo Charlie 3, Uniform Hotel, November.
QSL, Kilo Charlie 3 Uniform Hotel November. Thank you. Tom in Pennsylvania, if I'm right here on the log.
Thank you very much. 73, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thank you, Tom. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. A nice signal, 5 and 7 here into Long Island, New York. Thank you very much. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 2, X-Ray, Papa.
November 2, X-Ray Papa. Thank you so very much. 5-9, Long Island, New York. I think it's Bruce in New Jersey.
QSL, you're 5.9 plus here in New Jersey. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Bruce. Thanks so much for the signal report. Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year to you. And thanks a lot for keeping us company on this Saturday morning. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, special event station for the 12 Days of Christmas. We are 5 golden rings. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ only, CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. This is Peter, Long Island, New York, for the special event station, 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, special event station for the 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Fifth annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo listening.
KD4WKC.
Roger, KD4, Kilo Delta 4, again with your call.
Kilowatt Delta 4. Whiskey Kilowatt Papa.
Thank you very much for that. Kilo Delta 4, Whiskey, a Kilowatt Papa. Danny in Virginia, you're 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
Where are you located?
Northport, Long Island, New York. QSL?
Roger, yeah. You're 5'9" here in Richmond, Virginia. I'm just running 100 watts in a wire.
Danny, that's plenty good. Plenty good. Making nice contact, Danny. Thank you very much. And a very Merry Christmas to you, Danny, and a Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and it's 136-foot wire. Thanks a lot, man. Happy day.
Well, that wire is doing a really good job. Great job. Thank you, Danny. Thanks for putting the signal on the air. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 2, Victor, Papa Sierra.
Thank you, November 2, Victor Papa Sierra. Good morning. My name is Peter, Long Island, New York, and I think this is Gregory in Norwich, if I'm not mistaken here.
QSL, that's correct. Give it a good 5-9 signal, and thanks for being there. I do have a question. Is there a website where we can go and find the channels that those are on broadcasting, or we just have to hunt them?
No, you can. You can basically you can go to the website, which is Kilo 2 Romeo Yankee Delta, but that'll show you that all the stations. Now, as far as who's on the air when, you can pick your favorite cluster that you're using. I use DX Summit, and to see who's posted on that's on the air at the present time. That probably is the best way to find that out, Gregory. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I did hear one other gentleman did make a contact with him, but I just was curious how that did work. So thank you for that, and Merry Christmas to you, and another year without snow on the ground, I guess, coming.
Yeah, I've got to get my my blower going there and change the oil and get it going. So we have a reprieve so far. Yeah. Does your rig show spots at all? What you're using? Does it show spots on your? Do you use a pan adapter? Go ahead.
I do not. No, we're just running like our friend from Virginia, just inverted Z with 100 watts. We're running the 7300 is what we're running.
Well, that's you bought one of the best radios on the market, best price radios for the results. By the way, there is a station, Kilo 2 Lima Stroke 3. He's further down the band, probably at 70. Yeah, there he is, 7240. So another station, Kilo 2 Lima Stroke 3 at 7240.
Okay, very good. I wrote that down. I'll let you continue on with your contacts, and thank you for being there another year.
Thank you, Gregory, very, very much. Thank you. 73s and a happy and a healthy new year to you. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ, anyone, anywhere, for Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, located in Long Island, New York, specifically Northport, New York, about 45 miles east of New York City. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling, CQ, anyone, anywhere, this is Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling, CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo listening. Okay, folks, it's kind of slow right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go QRT, which means I'm going to close down a little bit, do a little exercise, and come back later, perhaps on 20 meters, and we'll see what's going on there. So goodbye, everybody, for now, and if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat box if you'd like, or contact me through QRZ.com on your favorite browser, and put my call sign in Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. So, okay, we'll see you all later. Thank you, and 73.